All right, folks, welcome back. We're about to start round 3 of the North Star Invitational Qualifier 2 here in lovely Lansing. We got a beautiful day. It's supposed to be pretty hot, but so far we're surviving.
Yeah.
I just want to say a couple quick words about how great this event is going so far today. I believe we have 20. Are we at 20 players exactly?
I think 22.
22 players today, 5 rounds of Classic Constructed. So, we've already got players in the X and O bracket eyeing top 8 in a 5-round tournament. You could be locking yourself for top 8 as early as round 3.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, not only do we have 22 players show up today, we had 22 killers in this room. There are no slouches at today's event, especially as we get into these later rounds. You're going to be seeing some excellent play, a lot of the best Michigan has to offer. We have Dash.io versus Cindra coming up.
Yep. Just a matchup that's been around for a minute, but also not as frequent lately.
Cindra may be on the downturn a little bit until U.S. Nationals. All of a sudden, these ninjas are coming out of the woodwork again.
Certainly so. People are like preparing for upcoming events too. Also anticipating, the potential victor's potential demise.
What if I don't suddenly have to worry about getting Test of Iron gripped out of nowhere as the ninja? What does that change for me in the meta? I think
for sure.
I think whatever the change is, it's positive.
Most certainly.
So we've got Theo on Cindra versus Andrew on Dash.io. They are shuffling up right now. I think we are ready to head down to the battlefield and see who's going to end after this.
Yep.
Both these players have known each other quite a while. I believe Andrew joining us from Canada.
Yes.
Today. So we've got a little international notoriety already for the North Star Invitational. So pleased that Andrew and friends made the drive.
Yeah, they live fairly close to Detroit, so it's not too much of a haul for them to drive into Lansing.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Just a little extra hour from what they're used to getting into Michigan. Just a quick jump over the bridge or through the tunnel, I suppose. Now we see that Theo already has his equipment suite laid out. No surprises here. Maybe he's keeping that last dagger a secret, though. Surely it's just another kunai retribution.
Yes, I mean it could be some cheeky Kanachi play, but most likely
not. Yeah. I mean, maybe in a more grindy matchup, you might see that.
It'd be funny. I don't know if it's necessarily good, but I've certainly heard of people trying it.
And I don't think that Cindra's really building with a whole lot of zero cost blues if they can avoid it these days.
Yeah. Conventional wisdom is you don't really play that many blues in general. So that makes yeah. All right.
Looks like we had an odd call from Theo.
The die roll on camera.
All right. I believe Theo just held up a number 1. I think that means we're going first. Yep. Oh yeah, the surprise dagger.
Surprise.
Kunai. No pitching this game if we can avoid it.
Yeah.
And I think we see a hand that reflects that. I see an ancestral empowerment. I saw a blaze headlong.
Yep, pain in the backside.
Pain in the backside. Here's a nice, easy first question for you, sir. Give me a 3-block. Yep. I think almost every mech player will agree. We have no problem throwing a 3-block in front of this on turn 0.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, block with yellow zipperheads. BIOS update on the top.
So now we are keeping this chain link active critically.
Yep, the ancestral empowerment, basically getting 2 value here. 1 off the ping, 1 off the play.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah.
A 0 card too.
Yeah, 0
we
card.
Like that.
I mean, yellow zaps at instant speed.
It's Wizard. Not bad.
Yeah.
Maybe
we just saw.
I've been a ninja player this whole time.
We just saw a bunch of yellow zaps at instant speed do real work in a game.
It's true. So it can be done.
Yep.
Now here we see a cut through coming through. Already dagger damage having been dealt. Thanks again to that ancestral empowerment.
Yep.
So I think a lot of players would maybe try to hold that on turn 0, but Theo's played this deck enough to know, you know what, I'm going to get my money when I can. And maybe there's cards in that hand you don't want to block with, and I'm still going to leak a little damage through. Dash.io starting at 36. Just taking 2. Another one from the flick, down 3 life on turn 0. That's almost like Theo just drew a card.
Yep, down to 33 at this point.
Another cut through.
Or down to 32. Yep, another cut through. He's just pushing damage.
Now, with an action point here, Andrew knows, you know what? I'm going to hold this last card because if you follow up with another attack, I'm going to be real upset if I overblocked
them here. Turn 0 is wild. Is that a third cut through?
Oh my goodness.
That would be.
Theo's shaking his head. Yup.
Oh, baby, it's
just like you drew it up, huh? And I believe the final card is a Blaze Headlong, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
do you take the money right now, or do you set up for a 5-card hand? I think you take the money. I don't know.
Like pushing 10 damage on turn 0 is
it's pretty good.
Worth it, but I don't fault this either.
Especially when most players are loath to give up equipment on turn 0.
Mm-hmm.
So sending that Blaze Headlong, hey, either give me equipment or start the game at 26. But Theo saying no, taking the disciplined line. We're going to set up for that 5-card hand for when we're doing quote unquote real damage that threatens Andrew's hand.
Yep, 0 to 60. And then we got a flash of what was on top. It looks like a null time zone on top.
Ooh, that's an interesting card in this matchup.
What would you call at this point? You've seen cut through, so you've seen 3 cut through, so not cut through.
Yeah, we're not naming cut through.
Yep. So yellow 0 to 60.
I gotta say, I think I am naming a starter or a finisher.
So BIOS update into a Fast and Furious, getting to play this null time zone.
That is
straight
huge.
Up.
For free. Not even using Dash's ability for the round.
Don't even have to crank it. So this could stay around for a turn longer if he wants to. But it looks like he's going to crank it, get the second action point.
What's he going to name?
He's going to look through the discard pile, see 3 cut throughs. And
Joe, our producer, jumping out with pen and pad so that we can have a visual indicator of what No Time Zone is naming. Not all heroes wear capes, and some of them are named Joe.
Yes.
So here we see Andrew having a solid think. I swear this is not because I know what's in the arsenal. I would be tempted to name Blaze Headlong because that is a card that glues a lot of turns together. Yeah. But also very tempting to just say like, hey, Ronin Renegade.
Ronin Renegade, yeah.
Rising Resentment.
Yep, and it looks like Ronin Renegade's the name.
Yep.
It's a very reasonable call. And this is going to stick around for two turns. Could
be the difference of sending that Ronin Renegade or simply pitching it to have the kunai be your starter.
Yep.
Because you can pitch through Null Time Zone, correct?
I think it's play or pitch. You cannot play or
pitch. Play or pitch. Oh, that's terrible. So you're not even. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's real bad. Yeah. Hopefully, for Theo's sake, no Ronin Renegades caught in hand.
Yep. So I'm just saying, send the bill. Coming, taking 7.
Not a lot of blocking done by these Cindras unless they have just a non-functional hand. Or unless you're about to kill them. Yes. But when we're in the 30s still, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of blocking happening. Yep. Andrew really debating, are we going to send this 0 to 60? I think he might be looking to arsenal that 0-cost boost. Oh, pitching.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's blue 0 to 60. Just kind of getting it out of there because it's not really doing a whole lot. It's 2 damage.
Digging for items, I see.
Yep, or at least something better in general.
See, this is more what happens to me when I play Dash.io.
Yes.
I don't find those perfect items off the top when I dig. I just find more throttles on top, and then I have to ship with fair bit of lost value. Andrew can't be happy about that, but it happens. And as Flesh and Blood players, you got to just say GG, go next.
Most certainly. So
next hand, I mean. Yeah. Sorry.
Looks like
not implying that it's over by any stretch.
Yep, starting with Ignite, which is just a great starter. It's difficult to want to block this out, especially against 5 cards.
I never block the Ignite. I'm never just going to give you the +1 value.
It's so difficult.
I mean, it's a great card to block if your goal is to just turn off Mask for the turn.
But even then, it's still hard because you still would have to worry about chain links 3 and 4. So at this point, the 3 damage comes through. Now 28 plays 27. Rabble for 4, showing a Blaze Headlong on top.
Cindra doing what Cindra does. Just consistent damage. So, seeing equipment coming out to play here.
Yep, just looking to potentially cycle through a card.
One of Dash.io's big strengths is, yeah, she's aggressive, but she also has all this armor.
Mhm.
We didn't get to see that armor used in the last round, but in the parade of mechanologists that is today so far, Dash.io definitely using that armor suite to full effect in this matchup.
So flick down to 26.
There's the
and
Blaze
here comes
Headlong.
that Blaze Headlong.
Theo showing.
So the chain link,
Yes.
chain link is still live.
Chainlink very much live. Can we block for 4 again? Yes, we can.
We're covering 5 effectively at this point.
No mass draw at this point.
Yep. Unless unless for some reason he wants to get rid of the whole time zone, but looks like he's going to get the cog, and see that gets him another counter on the gun, and then scraps the cog, covers 5.
I've always thought that arm inclusion for Dash.io was an interesting choice, since it essentially just blocks 2, but it's split value. You get 2 on block and you get 2 damage on your gun.
Yes. And just ending on a 4 and going to be arsenling what looks to be a Draco Fire, which is for Cindra
very powerful new card.
It's wonderful. Like it's another head jab. It's another starter. You could send that into a free dagger. I mean, that's a 3
Huge.
go again. Yeah.
Huge.
So.
And it gives the ninja player a little bit of flexibility with their resources that they don't normally have.
So Andrew getting to leverage the fridge, like you mentioned, Nate. Leverage the fridge, come back with full 4 cards for this turn.
22 playing 28. Cindra down Dash.io down a little bit, but as anyone who's played either of these heroes know, that doesn't mean that Andrew is out of this game at all. Looks like we see a Dash.io activation.
Yep.
Boom grenade coming off the top.
Grenade. Yep.
Now that means that into this ninja deck that does not want to block, you're going to have to decide, am I getting 4 free value off this card?
Depending on Theo's hand composition, who knows? I mean, there is a Spark of Genius which could very easily be a processor at this point, which is rough. That is a lot of potential damage
with an extra action point already in play this turn.
Yeah. So just saying, I'm not even going to bother trying. Just
break the chain,
take the damage.
Get your item.
Go down to 20. Spark of Genius for 0. Go get out that processor.
And I gotta say, I have always thought Spark of Genius is one of the most broken cards in this game.
Yes.
And that's before I even think about the fact that it draws a card.
Yes, it itself draws a card. You can get processor. You get to use your extra action point to draw a card. It can do some really disgusting things.
I mean, as we all know, Mech can have some consistency issues. Sometimes you boost your power cards away. Sometimes you just draw a bunch of blue 0 to 60s. But sometimes you do this.
This happens. That's just...
So we're going to refill our hand with a draw from the Spark of Genius.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use an extra action point, presumably, because I presume that he's going to be cranking. He'll be able to just draw a card for free. And if it's not the one he wants on top, he can boost and find something else.
Yep.
He even still has his chest activation to dig for more cards before he commits to that card draw use of that action point.
Yep. So draw the card first. Resolving
another boom grenade going into his hand.
Crank trigger on the stack. Deciding almost assuredly to crank. Yep. So the crank is there. Like you mentioned, you're going to go and use that last resource. Get rid of that blue 0 to 60 and a Teklo core off the top.
Look at 2 mech cards.
Hey.
I'm so surprised.
We just saw 2 mech games where they were playing also playing non-mechanologist cards, and now we're seeing, I mean, what is this?
Now, I believe we saw yet another Teklo core on top of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we are seeing Andrew commit to boosting that card away, hoping to find something a little better on the top. Yep. A little more pressure. You've got the Cindra at life parity. There we go. Boost the Teklo core away.
Yep. And still maintaining 2 action points.
I believe we just saw a Teklo Trebuchet on top.
Yep.
Not really what he's looking for right now.
Yeah, but with...
Might serve as a suitable arsenal target if he wants to cash in that action point. Alternatively, he could just send his dagger twice. Now, this is exactly why you name a card like Roman Renegade.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Not a
Thankfully,
card that Theo wants to block with.
for sure, that like being able to potentially arsenal that starter, but it makes a lot of sense to try to get that boom grenade through. And this is going to ask for yet another piece of cardboard, or otherwise this is hitting for 5.
I think a lot of players might have seen that trebuchet and just gone, it's not worth it. I'm going to save it for next turn.
Yep.
But Theo does not want to block with any of his equipment. Theo does not want to give cards from hand. So sending a little poke like this, like, hey, respect me.
Yep.
And there it is.
This makes sense.
Theo, a value-minded players, he knows like, hey, this game isn't going long enough that I'm necessarily going to get 3 activations off this anyway.
Yep. Gun for 2, bring Theo down to 18. So just like that, Andrew's clawed back some of the life deficit that he got on that happened on turn 0.
Theo's still forced to play with only 4 cards, having been forced to block with that Ronin Renegade. We see the Draco Fire come out.
Yep.
Kunai coming in for 3 go again. There's his starter.
Yep. There is head jab number 3 for the deck.
No Renegades needed here, sir.
It looks like a display loyalty. And another Blaze Headlong.
Looks like the call is no blocks. Taking 3.
Display loyalty coming in.
Here's another head jab for you. Make a fealty. Now it's going to be, I think the number of premium targets that fealty is looking for is less with Bloodstained Vest.
Yes.
Bloodstained, I don't know. Ninja Chest. With that off the board, it's a lot harder to do something like, flick a dagger, make a resource. Here's my Art of the Dragon Fire. But that fealty can still see some good use, particularly, with the 0 cost 4 gains go again if it's Draconic. There's options still. But.
Yep. So we're seeing 4 on this chain link. Using the flick, push a damage through. Now Andrew down to 15. I think the last card is an Ancestral Empowerment, which makes sense. You can't play that on a Blaze Headlong.
Makes sense.
So
not a ninja card, not a ninja attack.
Precisely that. So it's just saving that for later. Boom Grenade goes away. Same with the Null Time Zone. So the Ronin Renegades have been let out of the box.
3 cards.
Yep, Sprocket
Andrew,
Rocket.
You had some cards. Show us what you've got cooking here.
Yep. So I'm going to Sprocket Rocket away at another Trebuchet.
I believe this is 3 go again by default.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Send me the bill. Break the chain. I'm betting we're fishing for items here. Looking for a little bit of
second
variant spike. Still no item found on top.
Second maximum velocity. Yep, and this is just a pulse wave for 4. Still has the dash IO ability. We see Spark of Genius.
I believe Theo has to reveal 1 card.
Yep.
Can't be forced to block with it.
Burning Blade Dance. Theo's just saying, send me the bill. We're going to go down to 11.
Draw card.
And just draw that card for Arsenal. No, I like this play a lot.
Did you catch that Arsenal card?
It was a Spark of Genius.
Spark of Genius. Lovely card to have sitting in your arsenal, assuming you can survive this 5-card onslaught that the Draconic Ninja is cooking up.
Yep, and we saw a processor just get pitched, so we know that there's that getting boosted away is not going to be an issue. There's only the 1 Draco Fire been played so far, so don't get the free resource from the Banished just yet.
Ah, yes. That's a really interesting design space that they've been working with. The Draconic D-React and now this. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Not only just a sick Fang card. So using the fealty here.
We want this to be a Draconic Chain Link. Why would we want this to be a Draconic Chain Link, Charlie?
Sounds like we might be flicking some daggers.
I think there's going to be some dagger flicking. I think we're going to be threatening Mask as soon as possible.
We did see a Burning Blade Dance in hand.
in case we have anyone watching who might not be aware of how this interaction works, Flick Knives has a very powerful interaction with Mask of Momentum. Mask of Momentum, of course, says when an attack action card hits, if it is the third attack in a row to hit this combat chain, draw a card. So Theo is trying to get to Chain Link 3. If his opponent is looking to block, he is going to use Flick Knives, Flick a Dagger, and that will make the Chain Link to be considered as having hit. So that means that you block out that third Chain Link. Okay, well, you have to block out the fourth as well, or you're going to be giving me a free card.
Yep, so Andrew taking 3, going down to 12, staring down another 4 off a Ronin Renegade with the +1.
For getting +1 from that first Chain Link as a Draconic attack.
And this is an interesting spot for Andrew because he's got a hand with what looked to be a throttle, a zipper hit, and a max velocity, with the Spark of Genius in hand. So like it's pretty feasible to. I mean, I guess resource wise might be a little bit difficult for a max V here, but you can still potentially push through some good damage. Now, are we going to see maybe like a Teklo core off the top? Because Andrew's kind of gesturing that he's going to play an item here. The Teklo core makes a lot of sense. Okay, null time zone here. Surprise.
Theo looking right at the camera there. Oh, this could just ruin my day, and he knows it.
He knows one of the cards in hand.
Oh, good gravy.
Yep, and names the one card that was in hand.
What a heads up play from Andrew there.
It's almost like that blocked.
Just like he drew it up.
Yeah. Very well done. So can't play that this turn from hand.
Now, can he play out the other card? Can he play out the arsenal? Can he still convert all cards in his hand for value? The body language is telling me no. Oh, that null time zone off the top.
Yep,
I bet you Andrew just said a little thank you to the flesh and blood gods when he saw that. I believe we just saw an ignite ripped off the top. That's at least another relevant chain link.
Mm-hmm. There's still something you're gonna have to block for the sake of mask.
So I think Andrew is thinking to himself, how do I win this game? What does winning this game look like? Does it involve sending a max V?
Yeah, at this point, with only the 3 cards in hand,
I don't see it.
Yeah, I think the window for greed has kind of passed, especially like after playing the null time zone. Makes a lot of sense. So we're seeing a throw dagger. So to get to draw yet another card. Following up, this is a display loyalty. So that does kind of eat up the one resource from the ignite.
Now, Theo might have eaten a little bit of the bad side of variance there with that null time zone coming out when it did, when his opponent had knowledge of his hand.
Yep.
But ripping a head jab off the top right here is exactly what he wants. You're going to give me a card. Well, he already drew. He drew off throw dagger, but he still has a potential mask trigger pending here.
Yep.
So Andrew having to ask himself, how badly do I want this card? Because this could very easily turn in. Oh, look at that! Assault the wound off the top, or something like that.
Yep.
Even just just any other. Oh, and what is it?
Andrew going down to 3.
And I think we're seeing another demand of another card out of Andrew's hand.
This is a 0 for 4.
Theo smells blood, I think.
Yeah, and this is a very much a rough spot to be, because it makes sense to just like I could have seen a world where Andrew blocks one card on the display loyalty, keeps the other card, sparks for 0, and passes turn.
I was wondering if we'd see exactly that play. However, Andrew opting to keep himself as healthy as possible. However, that does mean he's going into this turn cycle no plays.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he can maybe attack for 2
Yep.
as his only real relevant play.
Yep.
Theo says, "Yep, I'll take 2."
Yep. Send me the
Shockingly.
bill.
Now you're at 2.
And
You're effectively at 1.
Yeah, Flick Knives is very much real here.
Any damage taken
Yep.
against this deck full of 3 and 4 go agains
Yep.
is instant death.
Rabble revealing a fate foreseen. So it's a draconic rabble. So
We
this
see a
is
block for 3 on a 4. I think
Yep.
we're going to see a Flick Knives for lethal.
Yep, and it
there's the
looks
fist
it's
bump.
just 3 items in hand.
Oh,
Otherwise, that's
Mechanologist
rough
Bane.
rough way to end. But Theo definitely had just kept the pressure going.
Well, folks, that was an exciting few turns. These players were here for a good time, not a long time.
Not a long time.
We'll be getting Theo on for a player interview before we head into round 4. And we will be back very soon, folks. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks so much.